If you're considering moving to Fulton, Maryland, and you're wondering if you're making the right decision, what are the pros, what are the cons, the good and bad of living here? Well, that's what I'm going to talk about in this video, so let's just jump right in. Hey everyone, my name is Eddie Brady with Showcase Real Estate here in Maryland, and if this is your first time visiting the channel, thank you for being here. I make videos like this every single week about everything you should know about moving to Maryland, the market updates, and the best places to live. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And before we get into the pros and cons, here are some quick facts that you should know about Fulton, Maryland. It's located in Howard County, Maryland, about halfway between Baltimore and DC. It has a population of just over 5,000 residents, and according to niche.com, it's ranked as the second best place to live in the Baltimore area and the sixth best suburb to buy a house in Maryland. So what are the good things about living here? Well, the first pro is definitely the schools. It's located in the Howard County public school system, which is ranked as the third best public school system in the entire country, according to niche.com. And within Fulton itself, you have multiple schools. You have Reservoir High School, you have Lime Kiln Middle School, Fulton Elementary School. You also have the Cedar Lane School, which is dedicated to educating kids with special needs. And there are two private schools in Fulton. You have the Columbia Academy and Brookfield Christian School. And a lot of you watching this video probably found Fulton because it was listed as one of the best places to live for schools and the best places to live for families. So it's an important factor in living in Fulton, but it's not the only good thing about living here. The second pro of living in Fulton is that it's the ideal commuter location. It's about a half hour from downtown Baltimore and about a half hour from downtown DC. And that's really hard to find a great place to live that's equidistant between Baltimore and DC. So it really stands out as unique in that way, and it's also only 15 minutes from NSA and Fort Meade, which is one of the largest employers in the entire area. You also have the Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Lab right on the edge of Fulton, which is a huge reason why people move here. So many people that live in this community and live in this town work at Johns Hopkins APL, and it's a big driver to the area. And part of it being a great commuter location is that no matter where you are in Fulton, you're really close to highway access without feeling like you're very close to the highways. So within 10 minutes or so, no matter where you are in Fulton, you can end up on Route 29, which will take you north to Baltimore or south to DC. And the third pro to living in Fulton is the amenities and the dining in the area. If you drive through Fulton on Route 216, you're going to see all of the commercial, retail, and dining spaces, and some amazing restaurants are located right in Fulton, including one of my favorite Indian restaurants. You also have a grocery store right in Fulton and a lot of service-based businesses, so pretty much everything you need is right there. Now, there aren't a ton of options, but the options you do have in Fulton are very good. So it's something to think about when moving here, and if you need to go to any other shopping centers in the area, it's not a far drive. But there are some not so great things about living in Fulton as well, and the first con that comes to mind is the affordability. Fulton is definitely one of the more expensive places to live in the entire county, with a median home price of $833,000. Compare that to the median home price in Maryland of just over $400,000, and it becomes very clear why affordability is a big con of living in Fulton. And you could spend much less money in a place like Ellicott City, which has the same access to Howard County public schools and a median home price that's $200,000 less than Fulton. But you get what you pay for, and it's really hard to compete with the ideal location. Location is everything in real estate. You hear it all the time: location, location, location. So the reason that the median home price is so high in Fulton is just that. And not only that, a lot of the homes in the communities in Fulton are much newer than places like Ellicott City. And the second con of living in Fulton is there's really no culture to this town. It doesn't have a downtown or a true downtown per se. It's more commercial retail space that they call a downtown. And, you know, that's a great thing if you love having all of the amenities right nearby. But if you're looking for a place with history and culture and neighborhoods coming together and doing things, this probably isn't the place for you. And it's not that it's a bad thing. Again, it's a newer community, or at least a lot of Fulton is a much newer community. And it's just hard to build that up from scratch. And if you're really craving that history and cultural experience, you just go to a place like Baltimore, which has a ton of history to it, or Annapolis, which has a totally different set of history to it. Maryland has many historical towns all over the place. So if you really don't care about it being in your own hometown, there are plenty of places to drive to. And the third con of living in Fulton is that there aren't that many outdoor activities to do here. Now, Fulton on the southern end has Rocky Gorge Reservoir, and while it's a cool place to go boating and fishing, it's not exactly the easiest to access. On the northern side, which is where Fulton is, there's not a lot of parking lots, not a lot of access points. And if you want to go hiking, there's really not many trails here. The ones that they do have are short. They're not that well maintained, not that exciting. So if you are into hiking and mountain biking, you would just drive about 20 minutes north to Patapsco Valley State Park, which is a massive park on the southwest side of Baltimore. It goes through Ellicott City up towards Sykesville. It's an amazing place to go. It's one of my favorite places in the entire state to go mountain biking, and it's the highest rated trails in the area. So if you still want to move to Fulton at this point in the video, what should you know next? Well, I think we need to dive into the real estate market, and we really need to break the real estate market down into two categories. We need to talk about the Maple Lawn community and Greater Fulton. So Maple Lawn is a planned community that was developed on over 600 acres of land. It includes a mix of high-end housing, Class A office space, retail, and medical spaces. And Maple Lawn is made up of 5 neighborhoods, 4 of which are residential, and of the 4 residential neighborhoods, they make up just under 1,000 homes, which are a mix of townhouses and single-family detached homes. And if you're looking for a townhouse in Maple Lawn, you're going to be looking at a price range of high 400s for the smallest townhouses in the area and just over $1 million for the largest and luxury units in the area, with a median price point of $760,000. And if you're looking for a single family detached home in Fulton, be prepared to spend between $1 and $2 million with a median price point of $1.2 million. And again, if you're thinking about affordable places to live, you probably stopped watching this video a long time ago. So those of you still watching, the price point is probably not scaring you off, but there is an entirely different side of the market that is different than Maple Lawn, and that's the Greater Fulton area. And in this area, you have a mix of older residential neighborhoods and single family homes, as well as one brand new community that has new construction homes available right now at the making of this video, which is on the totally opposite side of the spectrum. And the more established homes that are spread all across Fulton, they were built mostly in the 60s and 70s, and a ton of them have been renovated at this point, but they range from the high 400s to around $1.5 million with a median price point of $800,000. And you're going to find a mix of ranch-style homes, a lot of colonial-style homes, some contemporary homes, and a few other styles mixed in there, but mostly you're going to find the ranchers and the colonial-style homes. And then you have the brand new community of Fulton Hill, which again is just on the south side of Maple Lawn, and they're going to have 8 homes in this community, so I know they might be purchased by the time this video is even published, but these homes are all listed starting at $2.2 million. They're on 1-acre lots, they're massive homes, and I'm willing to bet with the features and upgrades, they're going to end up closer to $2.5 million. So as you can see, there are a lot of options to choose from as far as housing goes in Fulton. And if that's you, if you're looking for a home in the Fulton area or any of the surrounding areas of Howard County, I would be happy to help you. I know a lot about Howard County. I grew up in Howard County. I also was raised in the Howard County school system. So I have intimate knowledge of the school system, the areas, the best things about living in Howard County, and I would be happy to share those with you. And the best way to reach me is just going in the description or the link in the comments, clicking on that link, scheduling a one-on-one consultation with me, and I would be happy to get you set up with a plan for your move. And for those of you who aren't quite ready to make a move, but maybe you have questions about Howard County or Fulton or any of the surrounding towns, you could just send me a text or send me an email, and I'd be happy to answer your questions as well. And as always, if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe so you stay up to date on all of my videos about moving to Maryland.